Hi, it's Rachel with Just In Case You, and today's segment is about just in case you have a family that you're blending together. If you have kids from your marriage or a previous marriage and new kids of your spouse, what are some tricks to be able to help the process be less painful and very fluent? Today we're talking to Marcy Heath Pearson that did just that. So what advice would you wish somebody had given you prior to blending both, your little girl and Todd's two boys?
Oh boy, there's a lot. Basically, I just wish that someone would have said, it's the hardest job in the world, but it can also be the most rewarding job because it's it's awesome to see these children and your influence on them, but you have to be careful because as a step parent, you kind of have a different role. You're not their biological mother or their biological father, but I really wish someone would have maybe stepped in and just said, "Hey, Marcy, it is going to be hard. Why don't you go?" I would suggest you to go talk to maybe a counselor, and you and your husband and his ex-wife sit down and come up with a plan on basically how to raise these kids together as a team.
It's great advice. Some of the things I think about, gosh, even with one family and being a parent with having biological kids together, are just things like education and allowance and punishments. I mean, what were some of the surprising topics that you were like, gosh, I wish I would have talked, we would have talked about this before the actual event came up where you had to face it?
There's a lot. I mean, that's another thing where the marriage counseling or premarital counseling could come in hand. We had different issues from everything, like religion, for example. There was 3 different religions involved. One was Mormon, one's Presbyterian, and then one didn't have any religious background at all. Trying to blend all 3 of those into making sure we don't confuse the children was a challenge. But we did seek a little bit of guidance on that, and I wish we would have sought more guidance on other things because when you have 3 people basically involved in raising a few different children, you have different ideas on parenting styles and chores and so on and so forth. And I think that it's good to sit down and have it all written out and all planned out before you get married. And also have an open door policy, I think, is crucial because you never know when something's going to change, and you should be able to reach out to the ex-wife, and the ex-wife should be able to reach out to the stepmom, to the husband, and come together and talk for the benefit of the children. So I was lucky. I had a great stepmother, and I learned a lot from her, and she was crucial in helping me be the best stepmother I can be. I mean, everybody's different, every family's different. You never know what you're going to get. It's kind of hard to know how it's going to play out until you get into the situation, because even during the dating phase, everybody thinks that, oh, we get along great with the kids, but until you're married and until you're in the same house, things can always change.
Any parting words? Anything I haven't asked that you would give to your fellow blenders?
Well, just, try to put yourself in their shoes, and just keep your heart open, keep the lines of communication open, and blend it or not, all these children need is love and guidance.
Perfect. Thanks, Marcy. That was great advice, and I think it's applicable whether or not you're contemplating getting married or if you already do have kids from both sides of the marriage and you've taken the plunge. So until next time, just in case you.